Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And we got some new stuff to talk about tonight. Nightwing 96. I'll mention some DC vs. Vampires All-Out War and Batman Superman World's Finest #7.
All right, awesome.
And then we also have Year 1 Batman Scarecrow.
Did you get the one that's like Titans Blood something or other?
No, I did not.
I got that one, but I haven't physically gotten it yet. And it didn't. Titans United, they simultaneously dropped it, but they didn't do that this time. I was like,
All right, let's get to Nightwing 96.
Let's do it.
With everyone on the cover.
Amazing cover. So, yes. Nightwing, Haley, Barbara, Tim, Empty Space, Damian, Jason, Bruce, Stephen Cass. Now, I don't know enough about the Brady Bunch to know if these are in like a sort of Brady Bunch equivalent spot or if it's just
no, because the girls were on the left, the boys were on the right. I think, was it? Yeah, it was either. It was.
Well, no, that kind of works then, because isn't that the joke that?
Yeah, but they put the Dick's in the right position for Marsha, but
okay.
Jason and Tim should have been swapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or else it would have worked. Yeah, it would have worked.
Okay. Marsha.
All right, so remember last time, kids, the Haven's burning. Blockbuster is unmasked Dick.
Wait, I just want to say, hold up. What do you think about? So I'm excited for the new Tim coming out, but the world's greatest Robin returns.
I think that what they mean and how they should phrase it is the world's best hero that is Robin right now.
Oh yeah, that's catchy, Phil.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why they didn't phrase it that way. But so it's between Tim and Damian. So of course Tim's the best Robin at the moment.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I mean, when I first read it, I was like, "What?" But I mean, of course, it's a marketing technique. You have to, and I can see. I mean, for world's greatest Robin, I mean, clearly Tim is Dick's main competition. So.
Oh yeah. So you want to talk about that when it comes out? Next week.
Yeah, it comes out next week. I'm not sure if I'll have it.
Okay.
Well, no, next week we're doing it on Monday. So maybe after it comes out.
Yeah. Whenever we have it, we'll talk about it. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I just saw that though, and then at the end they're like, "What makes him the world's greatest Robin?" They're like, "He's smart and empathetic." I was like, "Oh, Dick's smart and empathetic too."
If you look at this,
but Tim's smarter, but I think Dick's more empatheticer.
If you look at this solicit, yeah, that's what they're going for because it says, "Step aside, Damian. The world's favorite Robin has got this."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's basically just a thumb their nose at Damian.
I know, but. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. The world's greatest Robin.
All right, so.
But anyway, I was like, but I mean, like I said, Tim and Dick, they're right up there. And I can understand. I think Dick makes a better sidekick Robin. because they have a lot of stories where he's younger, and of course, most of the time he was sidekick Robin. Tim's stories as a more independent hero were better, I can admit, than Dick's 1940s stories as an independent hero.
So yeah, we see Barbara riding in the town again. We get Dick with Blockbuster.
I have to say this is such a minor criticism, but I'm not sure I like Barbara's really dark lipstick.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, I never noticed that before. I'm like, is she doing that for the costume? I guess, but
yeah, I think it must be for
weird.
the costume, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm kind of not a fan of lipstick in general, but whatever.
But yeah, the dark is weird. Yeah. So Dick's like, oh, you think I'll go down easy? And Blockbuster says, oh, I'm calling in Electrocutioner, Brutal, and all his soldiers. So Dick's like, that sounds like it will take a few minutes.
But I liked how he said how when he finds out that Nightwing and Dick Grayson are the same person, he says it's like a Russian nesting doll of vermin. That's a good phrase. That's pretty colorful.
I just love Dick putting the mask back on. It's like, let's go. And Barbara's like, I can be there to help. And he's like, no, get everyone evacuated. And he's like, everyone else has to stop all those other, criminal operations he has going on now. He's like, and honestly, I'm okay with taking him down alone. Yeah. Pulls out the sticks. I feel like I put this off long enough.
And then we have a 12-panel dance.
Yeah, in 2 pages, 12 panels. Yeah, just him, dancing around Blockbuster and hitting them. Hitting them with those electric sticks.
Okay, so this is a somewhat stupid question, but so I was reading it digitally, so I couldn't tell that it was 2 panels. But when something's a 2-page spread, you're supposed to generally like read it all the way across and then go down, right? It's like you're supposed
It depends, but yes, with this, I believe yes, you're supposed to read it all the way across. But yes, it is 2 pages. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it definitely is in this case, but yeah.
And then Barbara's like, he's like, Haven's on fire. She's like, actually, it isn't because everyone's helping put out the flames.
Awesome.
Oh, but
so wait, how is? Oh yeah, wait. When? Oh, their thing was on fire too. Oh yeah, that's right. He's in the Haven Library. I'm like, yeah. Why are they on fire? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, because they're just right outside. Mm-hmm. All right, as an educator, what do you think when he slaps him in the face with the copy of Herman Melville's Moby Dick?
Moby Dick, that was pretty good. I mean, Moby Dick is pretty hefty. He should have used like War and Peace.
War and Peace, yeah.
Or like a Stephen King book, like It. That's 1,000 pages too. But Blockbuster is, but I did look at that too. I was also like, oh yeah, Blockbuster is his white whale.
But yes, he's trying to get Electrocutioner and Brutal in there, but Barbara and Kate stop them at the door, and they're like, here, wait, before you go in, I think you should definitely see this first. You're gonna want to tell all your friends. But again, Blockbuster's just threatening Dick, telling him, not only will I kill you, but once you're dead, I'll hurt everyone you ever cared about. The mayor, Bruce Wayne, your precious Titans, everyone you've ever known, everyone you've ever loved. I love how you think you know who I am. You don't know Nightwing, you don't know Dick Grayson, or you know that there's no way in hell either one of us would let you hurt our friends. And just kicks him out the window. Sidekicks him out the window. Yeah. I love how he's threatening Bruce. Does Blockbuster not realize Bruce Wayne is Batman? He
doesn't care.
I'm like,
he's high on his own power.
I guess, but I'm just like, Bruce. If you don't realize, Bruce Wayne's not gonna be the easy target you think he is.
Yeah, I don't think he cares though. He just is saying he knows he's important. Well, and yeah, maybe he hasn't totally put all of that together. I mean, I don't know. Blockbuster's supposed to be smart. You'd think he would, but
I mean, like, unless he just hasn't had time. He just found this out like, what, 5 minutes ago?
I mean, he had a month. Just kidding.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah, probably just like
especially after he threatens Dick. I'm like, oh yeah, Bruce Wayne's not going to take it easy on you.
But he's not. He 2 issues. Or no, was it just last month that he dissed on Bruce? Like, you don't have as much money as you used to, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's already looking down on him. But yeah, then I love how one of the kids throws water in Blockbuster's face.
Yeah.
This place doesn't belong to you.
Then he runs to the car and he's like, Electrocutioner, open the car. And Electrocutioner's like, no, we know what you did. The hero showed us. You own Bloodhaven Private Prison. He's like, that's the worst prison I've ever been in. Barely any food or sunlight. And then Brutal's like, nah, I had friends who didn't survive that place. I don't work for you anymore. Once word gets around, neither will anyone else.
Yeah, I thought that was a good touch that they put in there about private prisons, and it makes sense that Blockbuster would own one of those since he's all about making money, and that he would be terrible and that he would run it very badly.
Yeah.
And then I love great use of the approved by the authority of DC Comics to cover up all their cussing.
Oh, Electrocutioners, yep.
And his middle fingers. F you, you absolute F. You can go F yourself and bleep, 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 bleep. Pretty great.
And then, all right, here we go. Barbara rushes in to find Dick. She's like, you okay? He's like, not really. She's like, sure, I've been pummeled by a giant before. It's never fun. And he's like, no, Blockbuster. He knows who he is. He knows who I am. It won't be safe. We won't be safe. He's like, I'm sorry, Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon can't be together, which she just laughs in his face. He's like, what?
I know, that's so funny.
What's happening?
He's like, F that.
I know. And again, she's like, I love the part of you that wants to protect everyone, but this is one noble sacrifice I'm never going to accept. And he's like, the danger? She's like, we're superheroes. We're always in danger.
Excellent point.
Again, yeah, I mean, it's a good point. It's not like he's just dating some ordinary woman at this point. It's Barbara.
Right. It made more sense to be worried about B.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you're a superhero and you're going to date someone, obviously date another superhero. They can take care of themselves.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, this was really great. Dick, I'm going to say something, and I will mean you need to fight a lot of Bruce's more toxic programming along with your own stuff. You're allowed to be happy. And frankly, so am I.
Are you happy with me? My life has been in constant danger for months. I've been shot at, beaten, blown up, and I think this is the happiest I've ever been.
Let's keep that going.
Oracle, Nightwing, Batgirl and Robin, Dick and Babs. And then she says, forever. I'm telling you, wedding coming. Calling it now.
That sounds pretty perfect. And then this is so cute. I don't want to give you a big head, especially since your mask has already popped off once today. Great line. But you're worth dying for, Boy Wonder. Aww.
And then they kiss, and look, she grabbing that butt.
I just wish she was still taller than him. She used to be taller than him.
I know. That's when she was older than him.
Whatever. She's a full-grown woman. She could still be older than him.
I know.
I mean, taller than him.
I know. I guess they just want to like differentiate because Corey is taller than him.
It's fine. I just thought it was kind of cute that he dated taller women. And then
we see, yes, we're not gonna have to worry about Blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, not sad.
I think we called this last month. It's like, yeah, heartless. Well, sucks out his heart.
Yep. I love that. I killed you. You did. I got better.
I love. He's like, yeah, I had to modify the machine for your dimensions. I have a use for your heart. It will just be beating in my chest. Your city is mine now.
Oh yeah.
So what?
Blockbuster's gone.
So once again, for the second time in history, during the issue 90 the issues of not in the 90s range of the Nightwing book. Blockbuster finds out his identity and is killed again.
This one was a little less dramatic.
And Dick can't blame himself for this one.
And definitely less traumatic.
Yeah. Dick cannot blame this one.
Wow.
Much better interaction with the female partner this time.
Yep.
Thank you, Tom Taylor, for writing this. Doing it good this time. I mean, all the issues are good, but yeah, I was like, yes! All this stuff. Dick and Barbara, him kicking Blockbuster out the window.
Yep. Of course, now, didn't they say this one was like, he asked Barbara a question, which he didn't really ask her a question, and now she's going to answer it? So, like, what's the answer going to be? Because he didn't really ask her a question. She asked him a question. So, I was like, are they going to move in together?
Yeah, it'll be safer that way.
Yeah, although I don't know, since she's in Batgirls, if they could totally do that.
Although I think they were living together to like stay safe from was it like anti-Oracle or whatever. That whole thing's done. So I don't know what Stephen Cass would do.
It's like she can't really abandon. She can't abandon those two. They need her guidance. But she can't abandon Dick and Haley. She needs her puppy.
unless they all live in the same apartment building and Stephen Cass just get their own apartment, separate apartment.
That'd be funny. But Stephen Cass and them are in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't really work. I mean, everybody seems to be changing it up, but I mean, aren't Gotham and Bloodhaven supposed to be really close together, like 20 minutes or something?
Oh yeah, Dick's always just like drove down the highway. Yeah.
All right, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Anyway, I'm thinking now, because in the interviews that they did around Comic-Con time, they said they were going to do more with Melinda and Audra, her bodyguard girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be good. Because next is Power Vacuum, so what's up with that? And I mean, of course, and we still have to deal with Heartless. Heartless came and went, and now is back.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. Wait until you read Batman Superman World's Finest, number 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Tell me what else happened this week, Phil.
Well, a young boy gets sent from a doomed parallel Earth to the regular Earth. Parents sending their son to, safety. Well, I guess I don't know if they're trying to paint this kid as going to be like a Superman sidekick or whatever, but yeah, he crashes on this Earth and meets Superman, Batman, and Robin. Mm-hmm. And he starts exhibiting strange powers. So Batman goes to check something else, and Dick's like, "Are you taking him to the fortress?" He's like, "Can I come?" Look at Dick sitting on his shoulders going, up and away.
The other kid looks really scared.
Well, he's like, "You can fly." Yeah, this kid has no idea what's going on. But
oh yeah, poor kid.
So they go to the fortress, but yeah, Superman has them being examined in the bottle city of Kandor.
Of course.
Yeah, they had to shrink down. Yeah, they all had to shrink down to get into the bottle. And Superman's talking to some of the scientists about the kid. Dick's hitting on one of the Kandorian girls.
Oh man.
Oh my God. He says there, he's like, like they say, everything is bigger on Earth.
Oh, Mark.
And then they give the Kandorians give this new kid like a super suit to like try to like help with his powers, and he goes, "Does everyone in this world dress like this?" And Dick goes, "Just the cool kids." But no, they find that there's a version of his parents on this Earth, but on regular Earth, the version of him died when he was 3 years old. So Batman's like, "Don't be like opening, don't go back to them. You're just gonna open up those old wounds." And So then they all go back to the Batcave, and the kid's all depressed. And Dick's like, "Here." He takes him in the Batcopter and says, "Here, I want you to here, come to this mountain. I want you to meet some of my friends, the Teen Titans."
All right.
So
Nice. Is that how it ends?
that's pretty much the end. Yeah. So yeah, I guess next issue we're gonna be getting the old school Titans.
Well, yeah, I think he's called like Boy Thunder or something. That's what he's.
Yeah, they haven't named him yet in the story, but that's what the cover says. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he is supposed to be like a Superman sidekick. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Supergirl, is she gone now? She hasn't been in several issues, has she?
No, but I mean, if Mark goes with like the classic run, like there were times where Superboy and Supergirl would time travel and like have adventures with the Legion of Superheroes. So she could be in the future. She could be having her own stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but then also DC vs. Vampires All Out War #3 was out this week.
okay.
Again, there really wasn't an appearance of Dick in the main story. Although we did see Starfire. The vampires had her prisoner.
Right, because they can use her blood for stuff.
Yeah, and the one guy, what's this guy's name? He wasn't familiar, but he has like radiation powers. Like he can absorb like UV energy from the sun, but since now he's a vampire, it hurts him, so he's able to like charge up more painlessly through Starfire. But the heroes freed her. But no, the backup story, once again, we're getting the next part of the origin of King Nightwing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Basically, Dick finds out he's been betrayed because Melinda, they turned Melinda. Melinda's already a vampire.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, because he's like, wait, resorting to blackmail, traps, and brute force, you really are old Bloodhaven. So he figures out he has to fight his way out of this, and because all the vampires start to attack him, and he's like, really should have stayed in bed. I really should have worn my Nightwings.
So he's not Nightwing when he...
No, he's not wearing the suit. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Because he starts making like wooden stakes because he's just keeps telling himself they're already dead, they're already dead, they're already dead.
Oh.
But no, they literally like overwhelm him, and then yeah, they the I guess the queen or whatever, the leader of this, they'll drink his blood. But then once he becomes a vampire, he kills the queen.
Okay. So that's how he becomes a vampire king.
Because Melinda's like, you killed Pandora, the oldest and strongest of us. He's like, I had no choice, but it was too late. I couldn't stop it from happening. I couldn't. And then he's like, oh, where's Mary, Queen of Blood, who the vampire sect wanted him to kill before they turned him? And he's like, no, I don't kill. So, but yeah. So I'm assuming.
I wonder if it's being a vampire corrupts you.
I think so. Yeah.
Like, as the longer you are a vampire, you become.
Well, it's probably like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like when you become a vampire, you lose your soul and stuff. So. But yeah, so I'm assuming that's how it's going to go. Is he's going to just start killing all the leaders of the vampire nation, and then I'm sure they're going to start. That's when they'll start going after the superheroes and stuff. Oh, but we did see Damian wasn't in this issue, but he had someone working on the inside, a vampire working on the inside against the vampires. Kate Kane.
Oh, wait, we know it's Dick, or we don't know?
What?
Wait, sorry. You said Damian has a vampire working on the inside.
Yeah, no, it's Kate Kane.
Oh, it's Kate. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so was that in All Out War, or is that in DC?
That was an All Out War this set.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So has the next DC versus Vampires come out yet, or are they like delaying it?
There was one out. I forget how many weeks ago. It was. Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out again. I mean, they took a little break, but what was it 7?
So are we up? So has 8 come out yet, or?
I forget what the last one was. It might.
Because I know 6 was the big reveal, and isn't it only supposed to go for 12 issues?
Yeah. I thought 8 was the last one. Here, let me look this up. DC first vampire. Oh, if I could spell it, help. Yeah. Yeah, like I said in the regular series, Barbara keeps talking about how she's gonna be the one to kill Dick. So watch. There'll be the same month. There'll be like a wedding, and then there'll be like her killing him in this book.
I don't know. Maybe she and Starfire will work together to kill their evil ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah, 8 was out last month. August 7th, August 2nd. Oh wait, I'm trying to remember. Did 9 come out then? No, next week, DC vs. Vampires number 9 comes out.
Okay.
So. Oh yeah, and the vampires have like most of the earth like cut off from the sun. But yeah, I know the heroes are trying. They have Supergirl, who's not a vampire, so they're trying to get her to some sunlight. So
Elaborate.
All right, so should we get to our classic issues tonight?
Yeah.
I was lazy. I didn't get mine out, so I will read it on DC Universe Infinite. All right, so yeah, year 1, Batman Scarecrow.
I was wondering, the year 1 is supposed to be like Scarecrow's year 1, right?
Yeah, I think so because yeah, I think in most tellings, yeah, Dick doesn't show up until Batman's second year, I think.
Well, I mean, remember year 3 is when we have Robin.
Oh yeah. It's either the second or third year because yeah, I know a lot of those Batman Legends of the Dark Knight stories were like in his first year before he.
Right. Yeah.
So, what did you think of these, Kristen? Because did you see who wrote these?
Bruce Jones. Yeah. When snap! Is he the guy that wrote Tentacle Jason Todd? Well, these were way better.
Yeah, these were better. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked these ones. I love these.
Oh yeah, I like these too. I mean, I didn't remember some of this. It's been so long since I read it, but no, these are good.
My only complaint is there's a couple times when I feel like there's a little bit of if it feels a little bit rushed, that it's like sometimes they really take stuff slow, but then at the end, which I know we shouldn't just jump to the end, but then at the end where Robin's like, I'm gonna go save her, and then Bruce is like pinches him and then that's it. I'm like, wait, that feels so sudden.
Oh yeah.
But overall, I mean, I picked it. I mean, I think Scarecrow's cool and stuff, but I think it's a good. I like the Bruce and Dick in here.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I don't know if we really got a lot of Scarecrow's childhood anywhere else. Like most versions of the story, it basically picks up with him as the college professor.
Yeah, I feel like this is all part of humanizing the villains, that they're giving him a tragic backstory. He has a traumatic childhood and was abused. Because yeah, I feel like before it was always just he was a professor who studied the psychology of fear, and he just got a little too zealous in his study, and that's why he.
Well, sometimes they have them. No, they're. I mean, I know there was some stories, like in the '90s, where in high school he was bullied and stuff. In that kind.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing. I don't think we really saw anything before that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But no, yeah, this one opens with Batman and Robin chasing a Scarecrow-like figure.
Although, can I just point out on the second page, look how short Robin's cape is. It's like a handkerchief tied to his neck.
I know.
But then his cape grows, because then look over and then some of the next ones, it's obviously way longer when he's jumping around.
Unless it was just folded over or something.
Maybe it doesn't look like it though.
Then the Scarecrow comes to visit one of his old teachers.
The hilariously named Professor Pigeon.
I know. I was like, really?
Of course, it has to be a bird professor. Of course.
Get it? Yeah, Scarecrow's gonna scare him. Yeah, no, this one's pretty much starts with Scarecrow's birth.
Right. The other thing that slightly confuses me, but whatevs, is I kind of can't understand how they kind of act like the Scarecrow is so old, yet his mom gave birth to him and now she has another baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, obviously I know it's possible. It's just the way they acted like, oh, Scarecrow's so old. It's like, he can't be that old if his mom is still having a kid, although she would be old. So, yeah. I mean, I think they have him being born in the late 70s, as this is 2005. So, I guess he'd be like, say he's 30.
And I wonder too. It's like it seems like it's such a scandal that his mother had him and stuff. So I wonder if she was a teenager when she had him. That was part of the how horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm saying, I mean, it's possible. I'd say she could probably be like 45 or something.
Yeah.
Which is possible. It's just the way they talk about like how Scarecrow is so old. It's like he can't be that old.
So yeah, so basically it's just like he gets taken in by what, his great grandmother?
Yeah.
Yeah, great grandmother Keeney didn't take her daughter's advice. Nah. But yeah, leaving the old woman to decay in the antebellum mausoleum. She had neither the money or strength to maintain. Maintain the child, however. Maintain, I said, not love. So yes, he's basically telling Professor Pigeon his whole life story.
Yeah.
Then
Which is convenient for us.
So, yeah, they find a rental slip for a fake Scarecrow that they found. Batman and Robin. And Batman's like, the address, Robin. Hey, where do you think I got my threads? That was a joke.
I know, right? Also, when they go inside the shop, don't you love how there's the Superman costume in the background?
Yes. So they asked for the guy signed John Jones. Why don't I believe that? But the guy's like, yes, come back if he wants his deposit. And Batman's like, that don't bother, but if you do, call. Fingerprint and handwriting comparison. So yeah, not only did the great grandmother basically just made Jonathan Crane work the fields, and
yeah, then she was like a super Jesus freak. I mean, which fits since they're from the South.
Yeah. But then they show the kids picking on him too. Because once again, he loves his books, which we've seen before.
Yes, just to emphasize how she's overbearing, she punishes him for reading books.
Yeah, that perverted James Joyce. Yeah, it's just tortured his whole life. Though then she takes him to this wasn't a real chapel, but the Pride of Georgia. Exotic fauna imported from all over the world.
But grandfather Keeney blew his brains out in the fruit cellar. Mother hanged herself soon after, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Me, Marion, her wayward daughter Karen, and now you, Jonathan. So basically, she locks him in this crumbling chapel overnight.
Yeah, but it turns out it's really an aviary, and she gets the crows to attack him.
Yep. Then we see
more back in the Bat Cave.
Yep.
They're talking it out, and I like this. Of course, something else is troubling you, Bruce. Talk to me. It's not about the killing. Guy dresses up as something horrific, goes out in the night, and terrifies his enemies. He's acting out from deep visceral trauma, probably childhood. Sound like anyone you know.
Mm-hmm. So then they're at a bar, and Batman's interrogating Guy by throwing him across the bar.
Yeah, you can tell he's stressed out because Guy's like, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. And he's like, what's the matter with your friend tonight? So Robin smooths it over at the bar.
And then their next stop, I love that Batman just coming through the skylight.
How that dude's trying to run and get him, and Robin, what do they call that? Clotheslines him.
Yeah, excuse me, hello. What happened to buy the numbers? I love it. We did it by the numbers. Yeah, well, it's a big city, and Batman meaning, if we're gonna beat up the whole town, I'd like to bring my lunch.
Yeah, wait, I don't totally get that. I mean, is that some like extra funny joke, or is it just that he's saying like, if we're gonna be beating up a lot of people, I want a snack?
I think he's just saying it's gonna take a long time.
Okay. Because I was like, is that like just that, or is there some other like extra funny meaning in there?
And then yeah, then Batman's just still brooding, and Dick, want to talk about it? No, I want to catch this lunatic.
And then we get the truly freaky stuff where he goes downstairs and sees why his granny can get the crows to attack him, because she's like making some freaky potion and putting rat's blood on his clothes. Like,
yeah, so the crows attack him. Yeah.
I was like, this lady is messed up.
Oh yeah, once again, like you said, just the whole religious. And I think she's probably half senile.
I think more than half. But it interests young Jonathan in chemistry.
Yep.
So then this is one part that I find slightly odd, because Dick is, he's still Robin, and at one point, he is only coming up to Bruce's shoulder. So he's obviously a child. So when he's laying there, it's like, thought we were calling it a night. And Bruce, don't let me keep you. Like, I was kind of surprised that Bruce hadn't been like, hey, go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to snipe at me, Bruce. I want to catch this fruitcake too. A guy 6'3" and skinnier than Alfred's kneecaps. You'd think he'd stick out in a town the size of Gotham. Here we sit without a clue. What you say? It's like, wait, Bruce. Bruce is like, it's been back in my mind all night. What's the first thing I taught you? Haven't a clue.
No, he says been pecking at the back of my mind all night. He's like,
yeah.
Aha, the dummy straw was fake. This is organic.
Yes. With this piece, which will hopefully break the camel's back. So once again, Scarecrow's talking to his old to Professor Pigeon.
Yep.
And then Batman goes to Lamar, I guess, an expert on wait, what's he going to school for here?
Agriculture stuff.
Yeah. It's basically like, here, help us, and I won't bust you for that gun in that doobie I found.
And he's like, hustle some coffee, baby. I'm not parading my naked butt in front of the 5-0. Whoa, girl, this is the Bat, the Legend, and his homie, the Pigeon.
Robin's the one like can't enter a robe. He's like, here you go.
Yeah.
But he helps him track down that the straw is from southern Georgia.
Yeah. Then he calls him then Finch, my man. Oh, but yeah, also that cracked me up because like this is from 1976, ancient. Like, okay, it's not that ancient.
And all the girlfriend in the background just like touching Dick's nose, like, oh, you're so cute.
I know.
So yeah, Batman tells him to print it, and then we get another flashback where basically. So I guess is this when? Wait.
Yeah, this is why Jonathan gets fired because he shoots somebody in class.
well, he shoots a gun off, but yeah, it's like, hey, someone's gonna get killed.
Yeah. That is the kind of thing you can't really do.
But
It's
again,
frowned on.
Yeah, but again, he's like, he's blaming Professor Pigeon for not sticking up for him when they voted him out, and he's like, yeah, it still would have been like 1 against 7, I don't know, 7-1.
Yeah, and it's like maybe it would have saved him, but dude, you obviously showed questionable judgment. I'm not sure if you're the best one to be teaching.
He's a narcissist. So yeah, Batman and Robin fly down to Georgia.
In the jet.
The house looks abandoned, but
but let's admire Robin's little jet helmet. On it. It's so cute.
But yeah.
And then that's a pretty spot on reference to Gone with the Wind. I'll never go hungry again.
But yeah, the old mansion looks abandoned, but there's a bedroom that looks like a child's bedroom. Looks really clean. They said it's not dusty or anything. Somebody occupied this recently.
Dang, in the way he's drawn a lot in this comic, Robin also looks skinnier than Alfred's kneecaps.
Exactly.
Look at him in that picture. He's tiny little toothpick legs.
He's got the short cape again when he's looking out the window.
Yeah. And when he's by the bed, too.
And Scarecrow's tying down Pigeon and giving him another injection.
Yeah. Then
what they find is what a skull in the aviary, which is the grandmother's. And the issue ends with Professor Pigeon hallucinating
that he is being eaten by lions.
That's right.
Which is pretty intense, to say the least. But yeah, it's kind of like that's all. That's all interesting, but it's like the second one moves much faster than the first one, because it's like he just kills the one guy in the first one, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. The pacing feels kind of different between the two.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, then the plot thickens because then we find out we meet his mom.
Yep.
And her piece of crap husband.
Yep.
Oh, I just wanted to say though, in here, Batman is wrong when he says, look closely at the skull, pitted, scored, especially around the eye sockets. He says measles, chickenpox scars, human disease doesn't penetrate beyond the epidermis. These are wounds. It could, I mean, obviously it's not in this case, but having like pits and stuff around your eye sockets is not necessarily because you've been pecked there. It can actually be a sign of, particularly in childhood, of malnutrition and just like a lot of physical stressors on your body, because we find that they find that a lot in ancient and medieval bodies, particularly it's like a food thing, particularly if you are not if you don't have the best nutrition, you know, you're kind of it happens in a lot of peasants in ancient societies because their food is not as reliable.
I love Robin gets a call and Batman, if that's your latest squeeze, you're busy.
I know, which that's the thing. It's like it's hard to figure out how old he is in this, because sometimes Batman treats him. Well, I think Batman is kind of treating him older than he is in here because he's pretty small.
I know. But no, it's Gordon, so that's when Gordon.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, Gordon calls them to the scene of they find Professor Pigeon dead. And they find more straw. Yep.
And then Dick, another reason I like this one, pulls out his Boy Wonder. Boom. This book is off. There's something about it.
All the books are even and organized except for this one.
Stand out. And then Bruce. Thanks, kiddo.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So yeah, then they see Bruce and Dick driving. He pulled the book out for me. He's giving me his name. Dick Ichabod Keeney. He wants to meet me. Look me in the eye. Watch me squirm like a good professor just before I die.
And then we find they're going to City Hall.
So how old is this woman behind the desk? Because like Dick's like flirting with her, and almost
right. Yeah, that was another thing where I got confused. Is like, how old is he? I mean, he's a kid. Yeah.
Because he even says something about taking her out on a date, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like a real date." And it's like, wait a minute. I mean,
it's like he's what, 12? Yeah, that was one thing that was weird. I mean, I can understand him pulling something like that so that it will because obviously Bruce is not getting it done. But yeah, it does seem really weird that she would go for it instead of just like, oh, you're a cute kid.
Oh, sure, I'll go with a date with you, underage child.
Right, yeah. I mean, maybe she's just being silly. I'm playing along, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. I didn't know if maybe Bruce Jones is just going for, Dick is so charming, you know.
Right, and I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's not so much what Dick says; it's how he has her react to it.
Yeah,
that is weird. Because I totally see they're kind of trying to play the like good cop, bad cop. Although I'm not sure, what does she have that she's scrambled? That's gonna look awesome when you get it unscrambled. Do you think he's talking about her hair?
I think so, because isn't it in curlers? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but that confused me because I've never heard somebody describe hair like that as scrambled. But yeah, that's like so funny when he's like, oh, if I didn't already have a date, I'd cancel on her. Then like, I get that. But yeah, it's her saying for real about the date. Like, that's what seems weird. It seems that she would just know that he's a kid. That she should just be humoring. It feels like she was just humoring him. And then, so I don't know. But yeah, then how Bruce shoves him out of the way.
But if she's even like, "Oh, what's your name?" He's like, "Oh, friends call me the Hammer. You can call me Rob."
It doesn't even make sense.
Because even as they're leaving, Bruce is like, "Not all of us have the rapier mind of the Hammer." But yeah, but then they go to this fancy party on this boat because, yeah, isn't it? Is it Jonathan's grandmother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marion Keeney is his grandma.
Yeah.
Karen's mom.
But she starts getting attacked by the crows.
But we must talk about my favorite panel. What do you think it is?
I don't know. Which one would it be?
The one where they're like, run, they're attacking, get out. And we have grab and Bruce picks Dick up like a kitten.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. That cracks me up. Love it.
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, we see his mother back there with the abusive husband.
Yep. And Scarecrow's catching up with his dad, Gerald.
Then we see Scarecrow tracks down his father,
Yep.
basically in the crook. Yeah, basically just threatening his father.
Yeah, and we find out his dad sucks and stuff.
Oh, yeah. They say he's basically a criminal that just left them.
Then we get to the Batcave. And Batman showing up to Dick. Hey, what's on here? And they realize something's up with the cell. And it's lysergic acid.
Dun, dun, dun. I love it's just like curious bird are Mr. Batman in some elliptical ways, not unlike myself, darkly introspective, brooding, clearly traumatized in early childhood. I'd like to meet our bat friend one day.
Wait, where is he?
Oh, but then he's gassing the father. Is he taking him up the building or whatever? But then they're saying only the grandmother got attacked by the birds, even though they saw birds attacking everyone.
Yeah, then it turns out she wasn't ripped apart by the birds. Everyone was hallucinating.
Yep.
He was just hallucinating the most. Fog machine. Then Bruce is having another moment of doubt. Why can't I get this guy? Maybe it's me. Don't go there. If I'm afraid to think like he does, Dick, because you're too much like him. Is that what you believe? No, big guy, that's what you believe. You loved your parents, lost them, and feel deep visceral guilt about it. Our guy probably killed his parents, lost his mind, and feels no guilt whatsoever. You're not like him, Bruce. He's not totally off. I mean, he hasn't killed his parents yet, but he's working on it. And he killed his grandma. And his grandma. It doesn't feel guilt, although they suck, so. Also, can we appreciate, we see it more on the next page, how Bruce has little, like, Batman signature workout clothes.
Exactly.
That's pretty funny.
Computer shows 17 Jonathan Crane hits within Gotham City limits. There's 17 Jonathan Cranes.
I mean, I guess Jonathan and Crane are not that unusual names.
Yeah, but 17.
I mean, if he'd been named Ichabod, I bet he'd be the only one.
Yeah, a grocer, insurance salesman, professor of psychology. That guy, bring up his foul. Pigeon was professor emeritus of psychology at Gotham State. Dick, touchdown! Crowd goes wild.
Yep. Pretty much.
And Scarecrow has his father on the edge of a building about to fall.
And of course,
Chronic-
the dad falls off, but Batman saves him.
Chronic phobia from insects. Yeah, the father falls. Batman catches him. Scarecrow takes the elevator to the bottom. Father, you do get around. Then Batman and Robin come crashing, and finally the big guns.
He wants to give Batman a token of his self-esteem. One fetish dressing neurotic to another.
But then Robin kicks him from behind. So is that an accident or is that on purpose? Like Dick gasses himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because Batman's saying Robin don't, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Did he it's like you'd think he would have heard it, but I don't know.
Or not held it right up to his face. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so Dick gasses himself, and then he sees Scarecrow and Batman as both of them appearing as Batman.
Yep.
But then he thinks he's figure out which one's the Scarecrow because he has a vial in his hand. But he was wrong. But yeah, at least Bruce doesn't blame him for stuff in this one because Dick's like, sorry, he had me seeing double, and Bruce, no, it was my fault. I wanted him caught but unconscious. Shouldn't have gone for my mace can. Confused you. Bad call.
Oh right, yeah, because it was it was mace, but he thought it was another canister.
Yeah. Batman, you really that scared of me? Yeah, in a God-fearing kind of way.
Yeah, I know that kind of was one thing that weirded me out a little bit.
Yeah.
In here is like just that he would see. I mean, I don't know. Is it like you're afraid of disappointment? I don't know. It's different from the fears that everybody else has.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just be afraid of disappointing him in a father, as you'd be disappointing a father.
Yeah, and I mean he did say it was a slightly different version of it or whatever, but yeah, it's like the other people, it tapped into kind of their most visceral fears, like his dad with the bugs. It wasn't like, oh, it's my guilt and of being a terrible person. So
but yeah, so yeah, Dick wants to go down and let's go. Bruce doesn't want him to go when he goes for for Scarecrow's mother, so he gives him the Vulcan neck pincher.
oh right, yeah. So yeah, what is he because Bruce is the one that says you aren't practicing someone somewhere is, and when you meet him, he'll beat you. And he says, you are afraid. Is he just he just wants to, yeah, Bruce is like trying to study up or whatever?
Well, they're talking about the mother, so I'm assuming that's where they're planning on going, but because Bruce is like, oh, where are you off to? And it's late.
Right. I mean, I guess I'm wondering, it's weird to me why this is the quote that he uses to say, I don't want you to come with me. I don't understand why he's not like. yeah, I don't know how Dick's like, you are afraid every day. And when we meet people who aren't and do what we do are like him, you don't want to be like him, do you? And he's like, if it'll help save a woman in trouble, I'll take my chances. You had your chance, Dick. You won't get another. He doesn't want you anyway. I don't know. This conversation just like slightly confuses me because it feels really extra negative and fraught when Bruce could just be like, Dick, you just got sprayed in the face with fear gas. I think you should stay and recover.
Yeah. But so Bruce goes alone. Scarecrow's mother's getting threatened by her husband, then gets a knife in the back from the Scarecrow. And then Scarecrow's about to shoot his baby sister. Batman disarms him. But then
he throws something on the sister. It's like mace or something.
No, I think that's the gun getting knocked out of his hand by the batarang.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. But it seems like Scarecrow's, I don't know, gassed on Batman somehow. I don't think we see it.
Well, I think he put it in. Didn't he say put it in the air conditioner?
Well, I thought that's what Batman does.
Oh.
Because we see Batman doing it outside before he comes in, but no, because he sees his father. Of course, Scarecrow's like, the father.
Right. So it's like, is Batman faking it, or is he just?
It almost seemed like it, but that's when Scarecrow sees his dead grandmother coming up out of the floorboards, and he's just like, "Wait, how did you manage to gas me?" In Batman air conditioner. That's what I'm saying. Batman seems to recover pretty quick, so I don't know if he was faking or.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's a little weird because he does seem that. Because I don't know, it feels like that. It feels like them showing him reliving like his dad getting shot. That makes it feel like it's real.
Yeah.
Like he really is a little bit and not just faking it.
Yeah, unless he just fills in a little bit. But then Scarecrow, all scared, runs off the cliff. as Robin and Alfred show up in the helicopter. And then all grateful, Scarecrow's mother kisses Batman. Robin, I knew there were perks with this job. How are you feeling from that little pinch?
Robin picks up the baby. Now that's a picture. Sweet. How'd you like one of those, Batman? How'd you like another little pinch? I mean, this is cute, but it also feels so random.
Yeah.
But I like the panel. I like Robin's face as he hangs onto Batman's arm.
Yeah. And then at the end, everyone was looking for that deed to the property, and I guess it was. Did great grandmother have it in her hand?
Yep.
Her headless body, because they did find her skull.
Yep.
Yeah, this one was good, but there were some weird parts to this.
Yeah.
But could we expect anything less from Bruce Tentacle Monster Jones?
I guess not. Yeah, it's like overall, yeah, that was the thing, is I felt like it was really good on the Bruce and Dick relationship, except that, like, that bit at the end where he's like, with the basketball player quote and stuff, that just seemed weird to me. It seemed he could have been like, I don't want you to go because you're still recovering from the spray, not like, if you're not afraid, you're like Scarecrow or whatever. I'm like, that's intense, dude.
Yeah, it's, like I said, there's just some weird dialogue in this, and then the whole, the Dick flirting with the grown woman, and she was like, "Oh, okay."
Right? Yeah, yeah, and it's like Dick flirting with her makes more sense than her flirting back. I don't know. Yeah.
Again, he is the
I
Hammer.
think it's that line. Are you for real about the date? I think if she had said something else, like if she had said something more jokey, it would have made more sense. It would have been like, oh, she's an older woman. I mean, older woman. I make it sound like she's old. She's probably like in her 20s. That that like I know I'm humoring a kid.
If she would have been like, oh, you're cute, come back in 10 years or something.
Yeah. Or if she had been, or if he had said that and she had been like, where are you gonna take me, Chuck E. Cheese or something?
Well, he is the Hammer.
That's right. But yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, anything else, or should we?
I think that about does it.
Peruse. Let me open up the schedule here. Let's see. We have.
I think it's all those vampire ones next week, right?
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, the Detective Comics 511, 517, 518, and Batman 345, 346, 349, 350, and 351.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. That's a good week. One where we don't have any new issues. Okay, good.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. It's kind of been a while since I read it, so it might be that you only have to read part of some of the Batman issues. I kind of forget.
Okay. Yes, so those next week, and then in 2 weeks, the Midnighter 4 and 5, and then we'll close out the month with the Search for Ray Palmer, Red Rain. All right, kids. So yes, the Halloween season has started.
That's right, it has.
That's right, kids. So send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Nightwing Facebook fan group. Find links to all the various social medias for all the DC and Marvel shows we do. Links to the YouTube channel. Again, everything we do gets a video, so smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of any of it.
Smash it.
I know it's been business as usual over here, but yes, September was a wild and crazy. So subscribe to the YouTube, the Patreon. Again, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets, because Lilith Hellfire loves our pain. The upcoming, the September episode was the Phantom versus the Spirits. And then at the end of October will be Spawn versus Meteor Man. So subscribe now and you get all those and the previous episodes. So please subscribe or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And if you're looking for an impressive book to smack a supervillain with, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. It's on Amazon. It's informative. It can be a weapon. It's everything you need. All right. Thank you for joining us. And all around time and space, this one. The present, past, the Georgia. But lots of vampires next time, kids. So is that early 80s, those issues? I think so.
Yeah.
I was going to say another pre-crisis. Yeah, I was pretty sure they were 80s. All right, kids. So for more spooky goodness, come join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. And get back in. Tell them the Hammer sent you. Good night.
But you can call